Blinding lights, lost in your eyes, feeling the pressure. You and I, spending the night, chasing forever. For you, oh no, I'd be your one and only. Don't let me go, don't leave me lonely. Say you'll stay through the pain, say you won't go running. Let me in through your veins, get off of my loving.
No music. Come on, fellas. Turn your speakers up. That's the infamous quote. How are we doing today, fellas? Good morning, good morning. Alrighty, fellas. Yo, what's up? Good morning, good morning. My name is Patrouski. Welcome to another PokeMMO stream recap. I believe this is stream recap 318, if I am on track. Let me find my starting soon. There we go. Boop. How are we doing today? Good morning, good morning. We're fresh out of the shower, and I have some shiny hunting to do today. We're at 31,605 encounters since my last shiny, which was a Girafarid at around 3,000 encounters, so it was a decently lucky one. Now, I do want to start off by breeding some Pokemon for profit today. I've heard from a few people that it's a little awkward right now, that the breeding market is a little tough, and it definitely goes through ups and downs, but I want to hopefully show people, like, even though it's tough, and I'm gonna have to, like, start for, I haven't bred for profit in, like 2 weeks or so. It's going to take me a sec to figure out what Pokemon are hot, right? That's the biggest thing with breeding for profit, or most money-making methods of Pokemon. If you're trying to make Pokeyen, you have to constantly be bouncing around and trying new things. You cannot be breeding Cyndaquils every day for a month and still expect to make Pokeyen. It takes more than that in Pokemon. Pokemon is a game that requires variety. Now, for example, recently, Torkoals and Spiritombs went up in decent value and decent demand because they got changed tiers. Torkoal went down to UU, and Spiritomb went down to NU. However, I think that those markets have kind of cooled off. If I'm not mistaken, we could go check those and see what's going on. And also, there were no PvP changes in May. That's always a tough situation. When I feel like most people are doing pure yen methods right now, gym reruns, trainer reruns, etc. When people are doing, you know, and there's no tier changes, raids aren't active, there's not a whole lot of demand right now. I'm gonna be honest, there's not a whole lot of demand for a crazy specific species. Right now, we're relying on people having personal goals like myself, right? Going for rare egg shinies, going for Audinos, going for Porygons, going for alphas, right? Shalfa hunters. We're relying on people having personal goals, which hopefully we should encourage and hopefully we should have in the game to help out the economy and help people, you know, make Pokeyen and make everything go around. So I'm going to check out the market today and see if I can see where someone is working on a goal, working on something. I actually just checked a second ago and I saw it might have been sold already. There was a Weedle. Yeah, there was a Weedle with 31 special attack for like 1K, and that was super, super underpriced. So I'm going to browse around the GTL until we find a decent Pokemon, a decent market to breed for profit. And then we'll go do some shiny hunting. Thanks for joining me today. Hopefully the PokeMMO community is up to something a little interesting today, but I think it'll probably be a chill day for the most part. A chill Friday, shiny hunting, and making some Pokeyen, which this game is all about, that consistent progress. Not every day is going to be super exciting, and I try to be honest about that in my videos. Woo, what's up, chat? I started to specific markets of all players, and they kind of same mons, for example, Pokeburger stuff that I've lived for like more than 2 weeks is still selling. Yeah, which I really appreciate it, and no rush on that, Vincer. Thank you so much, man. Yeah. I definitely think the market's been slowing down, which just makes sense. Because there's not as much, I don't know if natural demand is the word. Maybe it's opposite. Maybe it's like manufactured demand, you know? I'm not sure. Yeah, I feel like storyline mons. I kind of agree, Swerve. I've seen a lot of people like picking up PokeMMO for the first time or whatever. Pac, I said you were the top 2 best streamers that started this time on weekdays, and London's only number 2. Northline, wait, how am I? You're the top 2 best? Yeah, I'm number 2 in Northern Lion. I watch it, dude. It's really funny. I didn't watch or know that Northern Lion existed until like probably 6 months ago. He's like my number 1 watch creator right now for sure. I watch a lot of NL. I think, and it's funny, like, I think he's just like and I'm not a very like person like this. He's so funny. He's funny and he's just like a good like return to normalcy, if that makes sense. I feel like things are fucking crazy right now. And Northern Lion, like Northern Lion is just like a 34-year-old, 36-year-old like dad and husband who just like like he's a good baseline for sanity. Unironically, yes. And it's really, really interesting. I've really had a really bad day. Dude, I'm happy to have you here now, Nick Shark, man. I super fucking feel that. Much love to you. Who? Yeah, it's a content creator called Northern Lion who's like been here forever and highest IQ. I mean, he seems like a pretty smart fella. I'm not smart enough of a fella to be a proper judge of that. He says a lot of like he steals a lot of my takes, true and real. Obviously, I'm just memeing, but like He says things like you gotta just know your, like, I know that I'm dumb is something that I constantly say, and that's like such a leg up in the fight. Like, if you just acknowledge that and can carry forward with that information. Are you fart enough of a smello though? Okay, there we go. See exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, let me figure out. Okay, let's look for how's Melodic doing? What tier is Melodic in NU? What fucking tier is Melodic in nowadays in 2025? How cooked is Melodic? Be honest, chat. In 2025, it's an NU. This is crazy, dude. Here, I'm gonna check out the Melodic market in a sec, but this is actually insane to me. And like, dude, the average player, this is probably like not a big deal, and I get that. It probably makes sense. Never thought I'd see the day. Melodic is an NU, dude. And it's like doing fine. It's like obviously not oppressive. 51% win rate, 6% usage, but like, I will never forget. Melodic was an OU not so long ago. Yeah. It's what's crazier is like, Melodic was one of the most hyped up Pokemon to ever release in PokeMMO. For those who don't know, we had Phoebus back in like 2012, 2013. We had Phoebus in the game like 4 to 6 years before Melodic was even able to be. You couldn't evolve it. You could get Phoebus, but you couldn't evolve it in Melodic. It was very interesting. It was very overhyped. People prepared like 2x31 like good IV Phoebuses back in like 2012, 2013 because they were like hyping up the preparation for Melodic one day coming out. And Melodic, when it came out, was like really good in or pretty good in OU, but I think it might have been a little bit of a letdown for people. But I don't know, man. It's a weird. Now it's fallen so far. It's been one of the most overhyped. It's the falls of Pokemon, and it makes sense. Power creep happens and adaptations happen. It makes sense. I'm not saying it shouldn't be the case. It's just weird to process. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's just a weird thing for the human to process, dude. To see Melodic be at one point the most hyped up OU mon of all time to now an NU, a decent NU Pokemon at 6% usage is eye-opening. Is there a meta though? Yeah, this game has a very specific meta game for sure. Very different from everything else. Yo, what's up, Patrouski from Brazil? Yo, what's up, man? Much love to you. What's up? What's up? The artificial scarcity hype. I mean, it was a little bit of both. It was like power level hype. Like people thought Melodic was gonna be super good, and then it was scarcity because I think Phoebus was only gotten via like a Christmas event or some like event, you know. On the jellyfish, I'm mostly gonna be like doing breeds and single encounters today. No Frillish today, but we'll go back to Frillish at some point. You know, I just switch around locations all the time. All right, let me actually try to stick to a market. So it seems like people are saying the problem is, I feel like it's a storyline market. Okay, I feel like the biggest problem right now is that it's a storyline market. When it's a storyline market, breeding for profit is not nearly as good, just because the base cost of like a 2x31 breed is just more than people want to spend on a storyline mon, right? For the most part, it depends. But like, if you're breeding a 2x31, but you're buying 2 braces, right? That's 20k. Usually the mons are like 10k a piece. Like usually like 30 to 40k to breed a 2x31 Pokemon. That's normal, right? Most people don't want to spend I'd say 50k is the max you want to spend on a storyline mon if it's like perfect. That's like pretty good, right? But most players don't want to spend that much on storyline mons, so it's a weird thing to factor in. But if it is a storyline metagame, and it's because there's so many new players, a lot of content creators just trying out PokeMMO for a day, and that's bringing people in to test it out, and a lot of short-term stuff, and hopefully some of those players stick around, right? But I do kind of feel like I'm gonna look for things like, if it's a storyline market or a beginner player market, I'm looking for things like Gengar, look for things like Dragonite, maybe Charizards, like especially hidden ability Charizards, so they're also good for raids. Kind of those it doesn't make any logical sense. Well, I mean, it kind of does, right? I'm more so appealing to emotion with these sales and like the nostalgia and attachment to it, rather than someone being like, oh, I need this Pokemon for Jimmy runs to make more Pokeyen. Like, no, this is gonna be someone who's like, I just beat the storylines, maybe I need something for the Elite Four, whatever, and I want to complete this game. I think on a lot of players' perspectives, a lot of the average player completing the game after beating 1 storyline or 5 storylines might be getting their favorite Pokemon as like 5x31 or like pretty good, and then just leveling it to 100, and that's like completing the game. I think that was that back in the Fire Red, like back in like original not Pokemon Fire Red, I would just level as many Pokemon to 100 as possible. That's like the kid brain was like, that was like the end game of like completing the game and stuff. So I'm gonna see what like fan favorite mons we can breed. We're gonna see how it goes. Okay, we got Ghastly up. What's up, Spidget? Friday stream. We could do some randoms today, but we're gonna have to make them a little more. We're gonna have to see how we do it. We gotta scatter them in. I think I kind of set myself up. And once again, I don't like making accusations of stream sniping. I think I just have paranoia about it. I don't know how I feel like I'm not a very paranoid person. I get paranoid with stream sniping when it comes to PvP. I feel like I'm like pretty good, like a pretty logical person about being like, okay, I'm like ground yourself and yada yada. Stream sniping feels like easy and viable. Like I always said, why would you not do it? Like logically, it sucks. Like it's like a morally frowned upon thing. But if you're trying to drain elo, why would you not? I feel like I get in my head about it. But yesterday I was like playing a PvP game every hour on the hour. To the last second, I set myself up, Spidget. I as a shiny hunter yesterday put like randoms PvP 86% win rate in my title. If I was a hardcore PvP player, I'd be like, fucking this guy thinks he can play PvP and he's playing games every hour on the. I'm gonna fucking snipe him, knock him down a peg. I would fucking, dude. If I was a hardcore PvP player and I was like this fucking guy, I gotta show him a lesson. Then you induced it. Yeah, I think I like set myself up too much, and there was a lot more like I could do within my control to like, yeah, and not that it even happened. Once again, I'm not doing too much. You know what? Send it over, K4, and we'll see. We got Ghastlies. Should we look for like 20 plus Ghastlies or just 31s? Let's do this. Oh my, like that's crazy. The cheapest Ghastly there being 60k. Let me turn my here, give me 1 picosecond. I'm gonna turn my fan on really quick. I mean, honestly, okay. The beautiful thing about getting into something like that you're like not that good at, like randoms PvP, for example. The beautiful thing about it is I feel like there's so much in my control to get better at. Does that make sense? Like when you've been grinding something like shiny hunting for like 9,000 hours, you start to reach a point where you're like, okay, I'm running out of micro improvements. I'm running out, and not that I mean, I'm pretty bad, but like, you know what I mean? I'm running out of like all these things or whatever. The more you do something, the more you like iron out the details and like you get closer, we run out of things. It's more like micro efficiencies, but with like you're like getting like a hobby from scratch, you have so much to learn, and in my opinion, it empowers you. I feel powerful when I'm like, oh yeah, I like lost that game because I totally sucked ass and threw. Like that makes me feel good because I'm like, oh shit, like I was totally in my control, you know, and I just threw. Oh, like this is lonely. How much would it cost to breed this? Like 2 times. Like, it would cost like 20k for the braces. You know, that's what sucks. Do 20 plus. You can flip this. Yo, what's up, Sky Eats? Spidget said, I got creamed super hard. I can't wait to read that message.
Spidget says, I got creamed super hard.
As he usually does. Not really a breed for profit, but a quick flip here. It's 1k for this carp. I would go ahead and sell it for like 8k. It was just 20 plus. The next cheapest one was like 10k. It's just 20 plus in attack and speed and adamant nature. This is a perfectly like super cheap. That's a good example of like if you're getting into flipping, when you're like beginning flipping in PokeMMO, look for those like really small little margins. You don't need to. I don't recommend if you're getting into flipping, don't shiny flip, right? Don't buy like 500k comps, right? If you're like getting into flipping, just do like the little like, okay, buy this for 20k, sell it for 30k, buy this for 4k, sell it for 10k. Like do those flips. That's a beautiful way to make those little increments and get into flipping. It's a great way to start. What's up, Fuzzy? I'm doing good. I need to figure out something to breed. Okay. My teammates thought I was buffoon for shipping the team, but I was gonna bring some files, but I think it's just coincidence. I got screamed super hard. Yeah. No, team, I love everyone. I lost whatever I do next time. To my typical because it reduces mold and encourages improvement. Yeah. It's way worse. What makes me mauled way worse is like losing shit out of your control. That is the. I think we're the same with that, Spidget. Like that's the mauled peak. What the fuck is this Ditto? That's got to be a snipe, right? There's no way Dittos. I know Dittos are cheap. There's no way that's supposed to be 5k. This is 25, 25, 25, 20. It's even Brave, which is like kind of relevant. I bought that for 5k. There's no way. This is lit for 20 minutes. There's no way they're supposed to be this cheap, right? That's cope. We'll buy that too. Am I coping now? Just I could sell them both back for like 9k. We're just doing like beginner flip. I don't know how it turned into this today, but we're doing here. Welcome to my tutorial on beginner flips. We're just finding all the perfect beginner little flips today. A perfect example of like, I think I have a beginner's flipping guide to Dittos. If you're interested, like that one, yeah, that one insta sold. We bought it for 5k. We make like 2k on it after listing fee. It's nothing crazy, but it's sold for 9k. We make like 2k profit, 3k. But that's like little sales like that happen so fast. Exactly what you want. You want your Pokeyen back fast when you're new to flipping. It's really, really important. Maybe at some point, Cosmo, but nothing scheduled so far. Okay. People like Eevee. What if we do some... EVs can be used for a million things. We'll just go defenses. Here, Eevee's always a classic. I like to look up some Eevee. Look at this. 4,000 Pokeyen for this, for 20 plus on all defenses. I'll go ahead and buy that. Eevees are usually a decent breed for profit because they can be turned into so many Pokemon, similar to Rotom, right? Rotom is very much the same way. This one actually is totally... Yeah, we're going to do a few... We're going to get back in the swing of things. Do a few decent or like mass breeds for profit to some extent. Here's Rotom. I'm actually going to go ahead and for Rotom, I'm going to do this thing and then go ahead and do like have 4 of those stats. 9k. What about have 3 of these stats? Still like 8k is the cheapest. Okay, let's go back to have 4. 9k is the cheapest one here by far. It just needs Spadef. We're going to buy that one and go for that breed. Okay. So now we have 3 Pokemon we want to breed for profit. Let's start with this Eevee. I don't remember exact numbers, but I'm pretty confident that these will be breeds for profit based on the deals I was able to look for on the GTL. Should we go 31 speed on this, or should we just go for... I mean, the messed up thing is that this could arguably just be flipped as a UT. Oh, man. For like Vaporeon. What here, or for like a Umbreon. There's gotta be an evolution that runs relaxed, right? I feel like relaxed has got to be used on something. What's Vaporeon doing right now in NU? Or is Vaporeon not in NU anymore? Okay, UU, Vaporeon. Oh, UU, sorry. Vaporeon. Bold, Modest. Okay, nothing's really running relaxed. Yeah, I feel like this might be a better flip than a breed for profit. Honestly, it's kind of close. I bought it for 9k. Let's just price check it really quick. Sometimes I overreach a little bit and will do breeds for profit when you could just flip it. And that saves you so much time. If you can just flip it, you should. Yeah, like this is... Obviously, mine's not worth this by any means. But... I'm going to go for the breed. I think I am going to go for the breed after all this. Okay, let's go find a Ditto. It's going to be an expensive breed is the problem. It actually is probably going to be worth to brace the special attack. But we'll see which is cheaper. So I'm going to do this. Let's do 24s actually. A lot of people search 25s like I do. So sometimes it's actually cheaper to search 24s. Let's do Ditto. 32k there. We see a cheaper one because of the 24. Let's instead change this to 25 and get rid of this. We'll brace the HP. We see cheaper ones. You got to switch around your IVs, right? This is 24k. I think this is worth it. I'm going to go ahead and buy this. So 24k plus, we'll count the cost on this. The EV was like 9k, or was this it was either the 4k one or the 9k one. We'll count this one at I think it was 4k. So 4k plus 24k plus we're about to buy 2 braces. it's plus 20k. The 2 braces is rough. 48k for this. I actually don't know if this will make a profit. We'll have to see. Let's see how it comes out. It's going to be tight. 48. Yeah, it's going to be a tight one. Let's go speed here. Okay. Okay. Okay, here's what it looks like. 25 plus in all the stats, 31 speed. This might still be a profit. We actually do want to check whether we should make it female or not. Let's do 31. It's 25 plus in everything, correct? I don't think it can be stopped from that. Let's do 25 plus. Oh, we're making a profit. Now, wait, this is not comparable. 3 times 31. Don't get confused. That's not comparable. If we don't roll a nature. Female's 165. But look at these stats. This is insane, actually. Who is breeding these, dude? That's crazy. Okay. I think the best I think we do actually want to make it female. Generally, female EVs go for like significantly more. Oh, but it costs 21k. I don't know if it has enough stats. I'm going to go random on it. I don't think it has enough stats. Usually once you reach like 2 times 31 on species like this, you want to go ahead and pay for the gender. But on the 1 times 31, I'm not going to worry about it. All right, next up. Hopefully we make a profit on that, but I might be a little sketchy. This EV was 9k. Now this EV, I'm just going to go ahead and Everstone and put nature on and breed it as like a budget EV for someone who wants to use it for that purpose. It has all the IVs that it needs. Like for the most part, you know. Did I just fuck up my ratio? I did. Okay. So let's do... $25, $20, $25, $25, $25. Do I need a ditto for this? Yeah, I do. Why is the GTL lagging so much today? Let's just lower all these to 20s. Maybe put this to like 25. I don't even know if that 25 matters because it's 20 anyway. Okay, let's do 20 plus. We're looking for the first relevant nature. Hasty, naughty... Rash. I don't think we want Rash on this. We probably want bold. Relaxed, no. Impish, no. Naughty, no. Lonely, no. Adamant, bold. I think we go the bold. I think for this one we grab the bold and go ahead and go that way. It's 12k for that. And then plus the Everstone, that makes like 17k. This was like 10k. This is like a 27k EV breed. Let's go see what this, we'll just calc our total cost and then calc our total sales after we list them all off. So here's what this looks like. Randomly rolling the gender. It's 20 plus in every single stat that it needs, plus bold nature. Let's go check on the GTL what this would go for after it's done being bred. It cost me 27k to make it. Hopefully it's a profit. I think it should be, but I could be wrong. I think, now, once again, it's really hard to find budget EVs. Every EV is like multiple 31s. I would sell this for like, depending on if it was EV train and stuff, this is like 50 to 100k. I've spent 27k on it. This is like 50 to 100k pretty easily, in my opinion, as a nice little UT. Take that all day. That'll be a nice profit for sure. Next up is Rotom. Rotom, historically, one of my favorite Pokemon to breed for profit. One of the most success I've had breeding Pokemon for profit is with Rotom. We're gonna look for 31 there, 31 high stats here, 25 plus here. If we need to like roll something, we can maybe do that. No, we just have a ditto for 9k because dittos are so cheap. That's crazy. That is a crazy cheap ditto for this breed. Beautiful. And I want to start just cranking out breeds like this where it's like nice and fast paced, especially because a big reason I'm doing this, I'm 31k dry. I'm kind of hoping for a rare shiny to some extent, you know? I'm going to be honest, that's part of it. So this ditto was 9k plus the brace plus 19k. And then the Rotom was 9k, so plus 9k. So we spent a total... Okay, I feel a lot better now after calculating all the numbers. I spent a total of 103,000 Pokeyen on these 3 breeds. I'm getting a weird lag today. I don't know if the sign the servers are full or what's going on. I'm not sure. Too many players? I don't know. Maybe just server issues, you know, it could be either way. 103k for those 3 breeds. I'm very, very happy with that. That will, I think this EV alone could sell for like 50 to 100k. And then a few of these, I think we'll definitely make a profit. So I'm excited to see how these hatch out. This EV came out. It randomly rolled Rash, which like is relevant. It's not amazing. It's like a budget nature. But that's super relevant. Let's go see EV. We'll do, also it, wait, I don't know if it was meant to, I thought it was lucky. It rolled 25 plus and everything, which I don't know if I had that in lock. Only 31 speed. Dude, look how nothing is comparable though. It's really crazy how there's like nothing comparable. If I was a newer player, this would be a really hard price check. I personally am going to go ahead and list this for like, I think 80k. I think this is like more than fair. You probably could go 100k on this. I think 80k is more than fair. We'll see if that sells. Look at that lag. While I'm waiting for these other ones to hatch, I have some things to relist. Also, ignore these. Okay, wait a minute. But I have some things to relist, so I'm going to go grab like this Dragonite. It didn't sell. I'm going to quick relist it for 80k. This Tentacle is not, it hasn't finished yet. This Ninetales still hasn't sold. We'll go 280 on it. What's next? Larvesta, really expensive Larvesta. 450k. I think this was back when the Larvesta economy, it was less in it. I bet you people have bred for profit. I made a lot of money. So much of PokeMMO, I say it all the time, but like, it's just finding the right markets. You can't just like do the same thing every day. You log in and expect to make profit. You have to switch it around. There was a time where I found the Larvesta market was like super underserved, and I was like, holy shit, this is insane profits. But like, look, now it's now it's adjusted. Markets adjust, right? This was, I listed 450k when I listed it. Now, it might have been overlisted to some extent, but I don't think I overlisted it this much. This is crazy. Like, this is crazy. Now, the nature is relevant. It is modest. It's one breed away from being perfect. But it's a really awkward breed as well, though. Let's see what I could sell this for. The next comparable one is Rash for 400k. I think the 450k honestly still might be about right. Oh, no, this one's, I'm sorry, this one's 5 times 31. No, that's insane. Okay, so I probably just go like 380 on this now and hope that sells. And that might even be overpriced on that. I'll be super honest. So we'll see how that goes. Karakarok for 50k. These are my storyline mons. I think I'm going to, any of these ones that I did in that one video, I'm going to go ahead and just sell these back for 40k. I think that's super fair. I think 2 out of 5 or 2 out of 4, 2 out of 5 of the storyline mons I made in that video sold, which is honestly like about what I expected. So luckily we like kind of turned out okay there. Didn't even check the IVs on this Torkoal. I'm just going to quick list it for like 100k. You reach a point where like you definitely want to just like crank through things instead of like ultra price checking everything, just getting your Pokeyen flowing. If people want to flip me, if I'm giving people the opportunity to flip me, honestly, that's totally fine with me, you know? Gotcha. Thank you, K4. Sorry about that. Price check. Oh, fuck. It expired. I'm sorry. You redeemed the thing too, K4. I'm so sorry. Here, link me again, K4. Sky Eats again. Thank you so much for the sub, dude. What's up? What's up? 75k dry here, losing hope slowly. Dude, good luck to you, man. That's a tough shunt. Good luck to you, man. Sorry about that, K4. Second phase for Ponder Journey to Ocean. Yo, congrats. It was a reward for that shot. Yo, that's awesome. Good on your team for doing. I love when teams set like bounties like that in PokeMMO. That's a ton of fun, dude. That's awesome. Congratulations, man. Please, Geldon bite male poke. I don't even, if I'm gonna Google translate this, okay? If I Google translate this, and this is you begging for free Pokemon, I'm going to publicly shame you. So let's see. Translate. Not English to English. Detect language. It literally, translate from Turkish. Did you mean this? It literally can't translate it. Is this not a language? What is I did Google Translate. You know what? You broke Google Translate, but now you're spamming. So you know what? You do get publicly shamed. I don't know, man. What are you gonna do? Very well today. What's up, Desperately? I'm doing pretty good. I'm just chilling. That's a yeah, bro. Bro's not begging for Pokemon. He's casting a spell. Yo, that's so real. Level 100 Modest Lucario. Yeah. Lucario is a weird market where it can just be like insane at times, you know? I probably shouldn't be relisting all this stuff while it's a slow market. It's probably a mistake, but that's okay. That's something else like I try to consider a ton is like when to do my relistings. Like sometimes it's just better to wait, you know? Like I can just use the GTL as storage for all these Tortugas, for example, right? I dealt with my Ammonites for a super long time when Ammonites like weren't selling well. This was price. Okay. I got you, K4. Let's go see a price check on this. I mean, the way that I would do this would just be Blind Group Male 25 plus. Bold is relevant, especially with these stats. Oh, it's gonna be tough, isn't it? Okay. Bold. Let's drop these maybe. Ooh, I see your problem. I see why you got a price check on this. That makes sense. It makes sense. So what I would do here is I would scroll through until you see a relevant nature. I think Modest is the next relevant nature I see for these stats. And it's 280k, but that's 4 times 31 versus the 3 times 31. And if you calc how much it costs to like breed up a mon like that, I'm guessing there's two answers. Are these all 4 times 31? What the fuck? Okay, let me do this really quick to see. Okay, this is Cope. Is this a flip? The next one's been up for... That's gotta be a flip. This feels so underpriced. Gotta be a flip. I don't know, like... Maybe I'm Cope. That's been up for 16 days, though, which makes me a little scared. How is that not a flip? So I'm getting distracted and flipping while instead of price checking. One sec. That's crazy to me. Come on, that's gotta be a flip. Those extra stats, those 20 plus. I'll sell it for 100k and hope it sells. It's gotta be a flip. Gotta be a flip. Come on. Surely. The market can't be that slow, right? That's crazy to me. Okay. You did bold. Nothing came up, right? Yeah, nothing. Okay. Let's try like Modest. Something similar. Okay. I think it comes to the same. Okay. I think there's 2 listings for this Noctowl. This Noctowl might be something that just takes a while to sell right now, unfortunately. Dude, the market is fucking kind of slow. I'm going to be honest. You can go 197k and undercut that not to, or like 220 to 240k and try to like actually properly get what it's worth, but with the nature. I would personally go 220 to 240 or like 197k. I think those are your 2 options, in my opinion. Hopefully that's helpful, K4. Good luck to you, man. So maybe it's kind of like high price, but like someone's looking for like a perfect nature, like good breed like that. Yeah, that's what I would recommend personally. And if it doesn't sell, you could just keep dropping it by like 20k every listing or so. But it depends on how you know, patient you are. Bring on to market, especially, well, it's easier for me desperately as well. Like I have capital. It's easier for me to be like, oh yeah, just hold your listings, guys. If you're a newer or an intermediate player, if you're in a slow market, you still need your yen. Like it sucks. You might not be able to wait as easily as I can, you know, which is unfortunate. Just, you know, a real privilege. What's this Poliwag? Like this thing's got crazy stats, but I don't know if it's gonna be worth. It is weird because it's like it's got the double attack, the female as well. It's Modest. But I bet you I price checked this last time by just ignoring the attack, but I could be wrong. I bet it's more expensive as you just count the nature. Water egg. Let's do water egg. Let's get rid of this. Let's just count it like this, right? You probably get a better price check just doing this. 2 times 31 mod is the 70k with the 20 plus. Okay, the market is cooked. I don't know what the fuck. Dude, that's insane. The market is cooked. I don't know what the fuck to do. That's crazy. I'm real. Damn. Alpha Dex update? I honestly haven't worked on it. There's so many other goals. I'm sorry. Only so much time in the world. That's crazy to me. The market is so eel right now. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, usually I like to be optimistic and push back when people... I think people often complain about markets when it's not necessarily, like, as bad as they're saying. It's pretty bad right now, dude. I don't know, like... And I would largely blame it on the severe lack of demand, lack of raids, lack of, like, players needing new mons right now. And then just the alphas, man. I've said it for probably about a year now, if not longer. I think alphas are really hurting the economy, in my personal opinion. They bring too many good IV mons into the game, and they diminish the reason to catch Pokemon, and they diminish the values. The fact that a 20 plus in every single stat that it needs, modest, perfect nature, 2 times 31 Pokemon is 70k is wild. I don't know how. It's harder than ever. It's harder than ever for new and intermediate players to make Pokeyen outside of Jimmy runs and trainer. Jimmy runs and trainer runs are really good and never been better, to be fair. But if you're trying to like do other money making aside from Jimmy runs and I don't know, it's really rough, man. There are things like Ditto farming and Kato, but I feel like money making methods outside of Jimmy runs and outside of trainer runs have gone down from like 250, 300k to like 150k. I feel like intermediate. I feel like how much Pokeyen you should be making, that number is going down because the market is so rough. It's so crazy. Yeah, this is also we're looking at the water AA group. This is a good A group. Like, this is like usually a pretty demanded A group. The fact that this is that price is wild to me. It's crazy, dude. Yeah, this is like a good market. For Belden Meteor Falls, you can go Glacial Chasm. Yeah, Glacial Chasm. You're going for like Matang there, not... You can use lures at Glacial Chasm. There's a 5% chance as opposed to Meteor Falls is like a 1% chance for them to spawn. It's definitely different. I don't want to consider it. Well, the moment you start saying things like, oh, this thing is mandatory once per day, well, now we're not playing a game, now we're doing a job, you know? I think it should be like, and dailies are not a good thing. You don't want dailies in video games. Dailies are tools that were literally created by like psychologists to get people addicted to mobile games. Dailies are not a thing you want. It's not like oh, hell yeah, I can't wait to log on and do my dailies. That lasts for about 3 months and then you hate the game. Now, Jimmy runs are amazing. I do encourage people to like do your gym run every day for as long as you can and make it fun for you. But it shouldn't be, this shouldn't be a hot take. Jimmy runs shouldn't be the only viable money making method. That shouldn't be a hot take. That shouldn't be like oh, let me fight for this position, you know? Jimmy runs are, yeah. Minimize your chores? Well, to some extent, but the whole beauty of MMOs is you should be able to get around those chores based on like your playstyle, right? Look at old school RuneScape. I maxed an Ultimate Iron Man account without ever getting Barrow's gloves because I hate questing, right? Or you can like make decisions, like you can like work at a because of that, right? I'm not saying you shouldn't do your Jimmy runs. Jimmy runs are amazing. Why was it? I don't know. Why are we arguing this? My opinion is Jimmy runs shouldn't be the only viable method. Why are we arguing that? I don't understand. Is even that bad? I hate questing. I have a matched main account. I was top 1k EHP in RuneScape. I was the 74th Ultimate Iron Man to ever max in the entire game. I don't have Barrow's gloves. I never did Dragon Slayer 2. I never did Monkey Madness 2. I did do Song of the Elves on the UIM because construction, it was really important for construction. But I'm questing, dude. I love that in RuneScape you can like take the distance. You can play around your things, right? Don't focus on Dex. Good luck to you. Dex completion is amazing. Talk about like positives of the game. The fact that completing your Pokedex gives you all the accomplishments that it does is amazing. This Poliwag is pissing me off. I don't know what to I don't know what to sell this Poliwag for. This is crazy. It's so I'm just blown away. I'm gonna just throw out my box. I literally like don't feel comfortable. I literally don't want to sell it. Oh, what's up? The balloons jump scared me. How you doing? Yeah, do anything from the store chat? Speak up now. Forever hold your peace. I feel like I'm chilling. Got hella food in the freezer. Chicken nuggies galore. Thank you so much. Restaurant style salsa. That sounds okay. There is like this really good like mango habanero salsa. That's kind of based. Thanks to the Vancy Boja. Yo, true. No, that's a great question, Avocado. I can just answer that. The PokeMMO devs have stated they will never release an original Pokemon, like an original region. It's copyright problems. They couldn't do that without getting taken down, most likely. It's possible they changed their mind, but I doubt it. You know, sort of thing. Chips and salsa is an amazing snack. I mean, salsa is pretty healthy for you. Not so much the chips, but like that you can like do a shit ton of salsa. It's pretty like, I don't want to, you know, be health fringe Andy over here. Like, it's probably one of the healthier snacks if you play it properly, you know, while also be like, it's peak enjoyment, like peak better than candy. Yeah, no, like it's better than chips and salsa. Is probably much better than most other like just plain chips. Like, no, you're fucking, yeah. I'm trying to like, sorry, it feels like every time you're like trying to compliment someone nowadays, the internet critique brain makes me be like, well, wait a minute. Like, I guess you could just be drinking water and eating raw broccoli. That'd be pretty good too. I get, like, come on. But like, what, you know, what's it compared to? Like barbecue chips or no, the whole point. No. But that's the whole point. Like, that's a good improvement, Cody. And you should be like proud of that. And then, you know, like, yeah, a step in the right direction, dude. Yeah. Hell yeah. Like, yeah. Anyways, this Eevee. What did we list that one Eevee for? Was it 80K? Where's it at? Okay. Okay, all of our mons have hatched. We know 103K was our total cost. We're gonna add like 10K on this just for the listing fees to get that knocked out of the way. We're gonna list one Eevee for 80K, just listed, not sold. Whenever I do calculations like this, it's always expected profit, which just has to be the way in daily Pokemon content creation. I try to follow up when I can if things have sold. Most things sell, but not everything does. Next up is this Eevee, bold nature. Let's price check this. 20 plus. I'm just gonna do, even though it's 25 in a lot of these, I'm gonna do 20 plus and everything and see what comes up. Eevee, and we just see like nothing comparable. I think it's gonna be much cheaper than the other one. It's probably gonna be like, I think 50K is fair for this. This is like a really good like beginner Eevee UT for like any. I think this is a really fair price. I should go to a new player who wants a should go to a new player who wants to get into PvP and wants to build a Vaporeon or their favorite evolution or whatever, right? So, okay, next up is this Rotom. So we're at 17K profit. You could have bred these way faster. I took a long time to breed these because I'd read chat and get distracted and yap around. That's how I enjoy it. But you could have done this a lot faster. Let's do Rotom. The nature is naive, which is irrelevant. This is way overpriced. Even though it's comparable, which is disgusting, this is way overpriced. Up for 10 days. I'm gonna list this for 60K. I'm kind of under listing today because the market is so slow. Trying to get things sold. We're gonna do minus 60K. I think it's pretty safe to say I made about 77K profit on those. Nothing crazy, but you can still make profit. Like, hopefully this shows. Also, those breeds were not expensive. Like, if you have 100K Pokeyen, you could do those breeds the same way I just did. Now, if I were to like up the ante, let's do one more breed today and then we'll go shiny hunt. Because I do want to do, I've seen some really, really good success on hidden ability Charizard breeds because people need them for raids. But I wonder if there's even, wait a minute, this is like, okay, let's see. What's the cheapest one? The cheapest one's gonna be like 268K, but let's see. Charizard. This one is modest. This one's like raid ready. These are all raid ready. Huh. Is it because the fire patch? Is that how people are? So buying a interesting ability patch fire 135k. I bet you what people are doing is they're breeding the Charmander, the Charizard. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna see if there's this is a market that I've done before and made crazy profit on. Let's see if there's still crazy profit to be made. So 135k for that. Now we don't want hidden ability access. We want double 31 though. I mean, if we could just find a char on the market that has these and I could just plop a fire patch on. What? I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry. Huh? Okay. I mean, catch me. How long have you been listening for? 17 hours? Okay. That's free money. That's free money, chat. That's what I'm talking about, dude. Sometimes you can find a blip in the market due to a lack of education, due to a lack of knowledge, a lack of game knowledge. Now it has to be re-EV'd, which is kind of not great. Rot-row. But I'll do 2. Let's buy that. That's free money. That's a blip in the market that people didn't see. Now I'm gonna list these for 260k to kind of try to quick sell them before it gets fixed. Before someone notices, like, oh shit, these are probably worth more money. Oh fuck. Huh. That's not the right copy pasta. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Let's see how fast those sell. But yeah, that's a good example of sometimes you find the market is so cooked. I mean, that's a good example of like a knowledge gap. So we take those. Now let's go do some actual shiny hunting. I was like 219. I spent on them. I sold for 260. I'm probably making 35k. That was 70k profit made in 2 seconds. When they sell. Let's see if that market gets obliterated or what happens, but all right, now nobody else do what I just did for profit, please. Thank you so much. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. That would be insane. That's fine. True and real, K4. Actually true and real. Okay. I want to do rare shiny hunting, chat. Do we go Route 210 in single encounter? We could go fish whale mer, which is like kind of rare, but it's like a inevitable purple, beautiful purple shiny. What is chat feeling today? Do we want to go like single encounter at fucking Charmander and hope for like a legendary, like a schlegendary? How crazy here? Let's make a poll. I'm gonna run a poll in Twitch chat, and then we'll also start a prediction. Manage poll. Let's do a new poll. Where to shunt schlegendary. What's the current legendaries right now? Let's go see. PokeMMO Zone, PokeMMO Time, Moltres, and Suicune. We'd probably go Kanto. Legendary at Charmander, I don't know, something like that, or in Kanto. Route 210 Sinnoh, Pseudo, Breloom. Okay, Pseudo. The legendary in Kanto would be like Berry Forest, Ruined Valley, Charmander Spot. You would do a few different locations. There's a few different locations we could do. Altering Cave. It's gonna be a fast poll. Any other single encounter spots we could do? Oh, we could do a Tropius / Marsh Stomp. I haven't been there in a while. Okay, just a quick 3-minute poll. Go ahead and get your votes in, fellas. Get your votes in as soon as possible, please. Merc or Hordes? I have no interest in Hordes today. I want to go for singles. Okay, let's grab Pokemon that we might need. This Olive, Smeargle, or Soaky. There we go. Okay. I level Ghost type maybe. Kind of already have that, but this is. We'll save one slot open. Okay, get your votes in. Legendary and Kanto is winning so far. by a lot. Okay, this seems like a landslide. You guys really want me to go for the legendary chance. Okay, fucking fair enough. I think I'm gonna go Ruin Valley for a little bit. I really like that spot. Okay, I did a poll on where I should shiny hunt, and it is far and above. 82% of votes, 14 out of 17 votes went to legendary and Kanto. It's only been up for like 30 seconds or so. So I think we're gonna go for this legendary chance today. I'm gonna head down to Ruin Valley. If you pop lures here, I believe there's a chance for, I think it's Jolteon, and which I don't really super care for as a shiny hilariously, but it'd be cool to have an Eevee you could breed down to whatever evolution you want to. Jolteon, and then the big one here is Yanma. Yanma's here, and I would love, that is like my most wanted shiny at this spot by far. It's a beautiful, beautiful Pokemon. I'm gonna pop a baby Repel, walk my way down to Ruin Valley, and see what happens today. Important to note, you do need a ghost type. Like, Golurk here actually really matters. I shouldn't have popped that Repel, honestly. That's okay. We'll pop a lure. Whoops, we're not. Okay. Oh. Good votes, chat. Good votes. Right, now we can start a prediction. Will Pat get a shiny today? Yes. Mega. Only going to be 15 minutes, so it's a shorter time to predict than normal, but I'm already at the, like, shunt spot. So get your votes in. Yo, congrats, Oso. Fucking hell yeah, Pog. Good day, good day. We pop expert lures? I bet you feel oh so lucky. Okay. The fucking reference. The weave in. Okay, let's go. We're gonna start this spot with bouncing onto rhythm. Every time I say that song, I feel, or this, it's the name of the song is Bounce Onto Rhythm, but it feels like I'm doing like an offensive accent. Maybe I should just say Bounce on the Rhythm. Maybe I should just say it out. Every time I say the name of the song, I'm like, I don't know if I should say that. But it's literally the fucking, I don't know, man. What are you gonna do? We're gonna get a Jolteon encounter. That's what we're gonna do, man. That's what we're gonna do. Yo, Patrouski, let me dual translate this. One sec. Keep chat to English only, pretty please. I just can't, you know. I can't, I only speak English, so apologies. Yo, I'm talking about PvP player. Stop flexing. What am I flexing? My terrible randoms stills. What's up, dude? Welcome to PvP player Giga Chat. Close looking for the bit. I feel like probably I need to like get that playlist, because the problem is it's hard for me to find the songs every time I want to listen to them. Okay, I set myself up for that one, Prophet. Be fair play and say GG when you lose. Yes. I don't know what to. I agree. Correct, Giga Chad. I don't know how to respond to this. Don't. Hey guys, everybody in chat, don't steal today. Okay, Mr. Streamer. Just say yes. Yeah, I don't know. Guys, don't kill anybody today. Come on. Look, come on. Okay. Sure. I don't know how to. Based. True. Fuck, I was gonna steal today. Shit. Can't control my life. That is true. Randoms assassin, don't be modest. The randoms, fuck. Randomino assassinino, am I right, chat? Bro, me and my wife keep getting so many fucking Italian brain rot animal memes. I literally know like all, like cappuccino assassinito, bombadiro crocodilo, bambino gusino. Let's just run through them really quick, chat. There's also like assassinino cappuccino. Who knows that one? Deep cut. Berber patapim, tung 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 suhur. Chat, do you know what I'm saying? Do you understand? What the fuck are you saying? You wouldn't get it. Sporniro golobiro. I don't even remember that one. Chimpanzini bananini. God, you're so cooked. I thought it was English only. Brain rot transcends language. Me learning Italian just so I can say crocodile bomber, like banana monkey. The fuck am I listening to? It's just like too complicated. It's just like too complicated. Sorry, one sec. Whoa, Cody! I was just responding to something really quick. Dude, Cody, a little bit of a happy Friday. Well, a happy Friday to you too, dude. What's up, dude? Much fucking... Let me just shut up and listen. Just shut up and jam. Get the harvesters out, brother. K Kona. Country Jid. I'm already happy, dude. Streaming, I've just been chilling. I haven't had too much. Sometimes it makes sense. I haven't had as much creative energy as I used. Not that I. It sounds really funny to be like, ah, yes, I make PokeMMO videos and guides, all my creative energy, but like, you know, it's a smaller percentage. Like if someone paints a landscape, is that the same as one of my PokeMMO videos? No, not at all, right? But like maybe like 1% or like 10%, you know, there's still an amount being consumed even if it's significantly smaller. Maybe Bourbon, we'll see, man. Was okay to classic? Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. Dude, okay, I'm 27, Oso, not to actually nerd emoji you on the number. I am 1 year younger. I'm 27, okay? Very, very important. Hey, I can't lose a year just like that. 400,000 Pokeyen, yeah. I mean, no, it was 130, 140 when yeah. I thought you were older than me. Are we the same age? What's the meme there? Pat is old? Okay, come on, man. I'll be 28 soon. Okay. I think 28. I've said, like, this is not cope to glaze you, Rumel. I've said, you could ask my wife. I've said since I was like 14 years old that I feel like 28 is the best age. I feel like, well, maybe not 14, maybe like 18 or 16 or whatever, but like, wait, did I just call Oso Rumel? -1? Chat, am I cooked? Did I just call Oso? My bad. That's actually so disrespectful. I'm so sorry. I'm just cooked. My mistake. I'm sorry about that one. Hopefully that makes up for it. Okay. It's happening again. Okay. That image jump scare. What do you mean? It's just my. Oh, I'm gonna put. Okay, guys, watch out. Okay, I'm gonna put my face cam on full screen. Okay, that's just my face cam on full screen. Me when I get a time swipe horde shiny.
Happy Friday.
Alpha check. Oh, is there an alpha? I'm down. Is there an alpha right now? Nip it over your face for a full stream. A full stream. At some point you lose the magic, but I would do it for a while and see who notices. Like the intro to a stream. Imagine like it in like the stream recap. That's fucked up. It in like the stream recap like intro. Chat, is he actually okay? Yo, chat, am I cooked? I love this meme. It's so dumb, but it's just, it never gets old. I was gonna say what's this meme, but I think this is the shiny. Is this the shiny sand slash? Non-sponsored news, by the way. Shiny sand slash, Shadow the Hedgehog, nerd emoji. Me when I get my shiny. I look like a little boy. I look so happy. I mean, this was, you know, a great shiny for me. I'm glad I got my sand slash. I was going for my sand slash for a while, dude. It felt like a. I don't know why that felt. How many encounters? I wasn't even at that many encounters there, right? I was like 77k. Okay, I mean that one felt rough. The last chat in the screenshot. How are you still dry? What the fuck? Wait, that's awesome. Yeah, no, that's a good... Wait, that's based. Who was that? Who was saying that? Can we zoom in and see? Okay, let me... Wait, zoom in. Invest. Enhance. Enhance chat. Also, someone's adding Oso, which is funny. It was... I don't even know if I know this. I don't know if I've seen this guy ever again. Gumi Swag. I don't know if I've ever seen this. We see Matismo. Hot take, wheat bread is better than white bread. That is a crazy hot take. But I kind of respect, like... I think based on mood, I agree with you. Or Mando adding Oso with the, like, concerned emoji. Okay, we go back. Okay, there we go. Sourdough is the best bread. That's also kind of crazy. I respect it. I don't agree with it, but I can respect the hell out of it. I feel like white bread is just unfortunate. Or like specifically like potato, maybe like potato white bread. Is that the same? Does that count as white bread still? Potato bread's the best bread. 100%. Potato bread's the best bread. Now, dude, I'm gonna be honest. On me and my wife's 3-day beach vacation, we went to the hotel. Why's my desktop audio so down? We went to the hotel restaurant for breakfast, and we both I got rye bread breakfast sandwich, and it fucking, or she did, it went hard. I think I got an English muffin breakfast sandwich, excuse me, I lied. But she got a rye bread sandwich, and honestly, like, that rye bread fucking hit, dude. What was that, Psyduck? It's Psyduck with RTX on, so it does, you know, it's what Nintendo wanted it to look like, but they didn't really have the technology back in the day. What's up, Viper? Thanks for the sub, man. Hopefully the content's been helpful or entertaining enough to be deserving of that above and beyond and support, dude. Thank you so much. Haha, yeah. Those are the best. Potatoes are just amazing. Hawaiian bread or potato bread? Okay, you know what? I stand corrected. You're 100% correct. That's so true. That is so fair. Potato bread is good, but can sometimes feel heavy. Not if you're a guy like me. Nothing is too heavy. You just fucking eat it regardless. No, I'm sorry. That's... No, I know what you mean. That's fair. More than ever played it? I mean, it's up to you. Boring answer. Holy shit. I love it. If you like Pokemon, there's 3. You can do the typical... I have a few talking points. The typical spiel, okay? If you like Pokemon, you'll like PokeMMO, but you may not love it, right? If you like Pokemon and you like MMOs, you're gonna love this game. It's not even like a question. There's a lot of people who like Pokemon but don't really like MMOs or haven't really played many MMOs, which is so fair. It's literally a dying bread or dying, not bread. Now we're talking about bread. God damn it, dying genre, like, for a reason. I love MMOs personally. They're my favorite genre in the whole video game sphere, but it's not for everybody, and I totally respect that. Unless you like olives, I don't respect that though. My wife loves olives. Anyways, I say a lot. Jesus. If you like map large, it's the 5 classic. So it's generations 1 through 5 combined in one game. You can travel between them seamlessly, right? So if I wanted to, I could go like fly over to Vermilion and like go over to like Univar, go over to Sinnoh, or go over to all the other regions. It's essentially generations 1 through 5. All the storylines connected. All your Pokemon, your items, like your characters connected. You're all one character. I think if you are a Pokemon fan, you will love the game for like 500 hours. But when you get to the MMO part, you're gonna realize like, oh, you know what? This is a lot of grinding, because the MMOs is grinding, and you might quit, and that's okay. 500 hours of fun for free, probably still worth it. But it's also a slow-paced game. If you're someone with like a 9-to-5 job and like a wife and like a kid, or a husband and a kid or whatever, you might not want to fucking wake up, get ready for work, go to your 9-to-5 job, come home, make dinner, like put your kid down for bed, and then spend your final 2 hours hopping on PokeMMO just to like do a gym rerun and like shiny hunt for an hour. Like, that might not be what you want. That's not, or like plan what you want to do. Like, you know, it's a time sink game, you know? Oh, how do you feel about multiple grilled cheeses in a grilled cheese? This is a fucking amazing. Yeah, we're bringing back the Patrouski food takes because someone asked an amazing question. How do you feel about multiple cheeses in a grilled cheese? Or are you a grilled cheese purist? I think if you aren't putting multiple types of cheeses in a grilled cheese, you're setting yourself back 20 years culinarily. I think multiple cheeses on a grilled cheese like adds to such complexity and adds to texture. The like stretchiness of a mozzarella versus other things is like so amazing. I think you've got to do it, man. Gouda, American pepper jack. I think American and pepper jack is a good foundation, and you can even add like a mozzarella. I like mozzarella a lot. I think mozzarella is a really good accent cheese because it like makes things like stretchier and like helps texture a lot, but has like a pretty mild flavor for the most part. But I still love mozzarella. I think American pepper jack mozzarella is the perfect grilled cheese. I like throwing in some meat in my grilled cheese. I'm kind of a meat, you know, a meaty guy, I guess, you know, for better or for worse. So I like to throw in some like lunch. If I'm making a grilled cheese, like I like a lunch meat ham or like some sort of meat in the grilled cheese. Jalapenos could go bomb on a grilled cheese. Add stuff to your grilled cheese. No need to no need to keep it. If you want to keep it simple and you want the nostalgia, more power to you. But you can make like some amazing grilled cheeses, and I feel like people are not willing enough to experiment to see the heights a grilled cheese could present.
Ice chat real talk. Do you think 100 gorillas could fight?
What's up, Morwando?
Please discuss for both.
That's a good question. Everybody's like, oh, you know, like, could 100 humans beat one gorilla? Nobody's asking, could 100 gorillas beat one Patrouski? The answer is they would win, bro. I could fight a few gorillas, but 100 gorillas is too many. A Bojo Leap has a kid. True, actually real. Orphan with your wife and kid. I don't have a kid. Okay, she's memeing. Don't listen to her. No, that's cool. I mean, that's all. Let me check this out. A PokeMMO. I mean, that's neat, I guess. The WoW streamer doing a Pokemon Nuzlocke. That's cool. I don't have much to add to that. If he plays PokeMMO, you know, Pat is the kid. Pat of the day. For Osmril. Dude, that Pokemon Osmril can go hard. Top 5 proteins gonna go cheese and go? Oh, wait. Oh, fuck. Okay, I usually don't do part 2 of a clip like this, but it's actually so relevant, I've got to say it. Top 5 proteins that go on a grilled cheese go. Number 1, it might be pepperoni. No one does it. Pepperoni on a grilled cheese goes bonkers. Goes ridiculous mode. The greases that excrete from a pepperoni slice when like cooked goes so well on a grilled cheese. Pepperoni. I like ham. I don't know if it's like ranked in order, but like pepperoni ranked 1. Everything else is whatever. Ham, grilled chicken, turkey. I don't know if I would ever do like roast beef or something like that on a grilled cheese. I don't know if that's for me. If that's for you, more power to you. But that's pepperoni number 1. I think pepperoni adds such a nice, beautiful meme. And then bacon. A lot of it's like pork things. Bacon, the grease adds extra flavor. Typical American. I mean, it's true. Yeah, but I don't know if I've ever personally made bacon on a grilled cheese, but I imagine it goes hard. Yo, hopefully we see something on stream, yeah. Too greasy? I don't know, man. I've never done ground beef on a grilled cheese, but I would love to try it. You're on the ground meats. I don't usually do ground meats for grilled cheese, but I'd be down to try it. I feel like at that point we're doing like, what do they call? Is it chopped cheese in New York? Where it's I've never had one, but it sounds like it's just a chopped up cheeseburger. Made it up melt, yeah. Okay, come on. You want Poker Force? I just completed Poker Force. I know you're memeing. Fuck you, German. But I love you, potato. Referring to you as 2 people, German potato's gonna meme. Are you kidding me? Okay, hell yeah. My body is a machine that turns cheese into tummy aches. You get it. You understand. Okay, shut up, Morwando. I can't even, I'm not gonna read that one. There's pretty few Twitch chats I don't read out loud. Congratulations, you said one of them. I feel like if you add meat to grilled cheese, I think it's a fine line. It depends on like the amount of meat. I get what you're saying. It depends on the thought process. Is the meat an afterthought, or are you like, for me, like the meat's an afterthought on a grilled cheese, and you're like a loaded grilled cheese? Oh, that sounds. Any meat added is a melt, even on like white bread? I don't agree, but let me look up images of melts. Melt sandwich. I think it's the quantity, maybe. There is an interesting You're kind of opening my mind, chat. I don't know. There's an interesting discussion to be had there. I feel like it's the quantity. I think if the sandwich is 50% or more cheese, it's a grilled cheese. I think if it's 50% or more meat, it's a melt. Melt like this. Like if I showed you this and was like, hey, is this a grilled cheese or a melt? One sec. This is patty melt, to be fair, but like this is not a grilled cheese to me. Tuna melt. How do I show? I'm gonna take a wild risk and just show my Google images, because it's surely melts won't show anything crazy. Here, like if you showed me this, I would never call this a grilled cheese. This is a melt. You know, you can't even see it. Like this is definitely a melt, right? Because it's more, you see more meat and stuff, right? If I showed you this, that's not a grilled cheese. That's like a burger at that point. But like, this almost looks like a grilled cheese, but I can't see the quantities. It's a quantity thing. Let me go search grilled cheese and see. Let me search like grilled cheese with a grilled cheese is just cheese, bread, and condiments. I don't think it has to be. With proteins and melt. Okay, I'm providing arguments. Blood angels, you gotta provide your own arguments, okay? Or I'm coming after your angels, okay? I'm coming after your wings, okay? You gotta counter argue, okay? You can't just say that your opinion over and over and over again. You have to explain why. Grilled cheese is only cheese? What? Okay, you have to explain your argumentation, okay? My argument would be that I think if something is considered, if a sandwich is 50% more like cheese, like here, when I search grilled cheese, here, let me show you guys. I think it depends on quantities. Expand your minds, chat, okay? This is a grilled cheese. This is not a melt, right? This is pushing the bound. This was like close to melt, honestly. But like, it depends on the quantities. Like this is a grilled cheese. It depends on the quantities of cheese versus meat. In my opinion, that makes logical sense, right? This is a grilled cheese. There's little bacon bits. There's little like green pepper, but it's more majority cheese. Whereas if you Google, that was also, I didn't look up grilled cheese. I'm pretty sure that was just like I Googled grilled cheese, not grilled cheese with meat. So that was grilled cheese Google. If I looked up melt, you know, I think it's a social phenomenon as well. Like what, if you think of grilled cheese, I think those come to your brain. If you think of melt, and other things come to your brain, you know? I think it depends on, bacon's a topping though. Okay, that's kind of, bacon bits are kind of, but you can put slices in as well. If someone made a grilled cheese, here, it's an interesting discussion. Like where's the line, right? Grilled cheese on a grilled cheese and a little meat. There's a million foods that we don't call exact things. Kyle has a point. No, he doesn't. Don't do that false argumentation. No, he does not have a point. I love Kyle's. He's awesome in chat, but I disagree with him here. There's a million foods. One is any protein. You're so wrong. I so disagree with you. But I love you. God damn it. Kyle made said I'm gonna lie. What are you? Okay, let me think of a different. When something is called broccoli cheddar cheese, you don't go, this has cilantro in it. Fuck, it's no longer broccoli. What are you doing? What the fuck? It's still, when something is called, what's it called? No, I'm just having fun. When something is called a cheeseburger, a cheeseburger is a really easy example. It's not a cheeseburger if it has like pickles or like a slice of bacon or like, it does not make it a cheeseburger, you know? Your arguments? I'm giving argumentation, okay? I'm giving the argument into the deep psyche of the human mind. Cheeseburger, not a grilled cheese? Yes, we can all agree on that. That's hey, you know what? You're doing the find common ground in a Discord. What are your thoughts on quesadilla needing cheese because of quesadilla? I did a paper on this. Wait, it definitely. I think of a quesadilla, the base ingredients of it. This is a good question. In my reality, and my reality could be disillusioned. Okay. Here, we should do like a Patrouski here. Okay, someone just asked an insane question, and I don't know the answer, and I'm curious to learn with you guys today. What are your thoughts on quesadillas needing cheese to be considered a quesadilla? I did a thesis paper on this, by the way. In my reality, which could be disillusioned, I could be incorrect, I think you definitely need cheese to make a quesadilla. Like, and I'm no quesadilla expert. In my reality, I think of a quesadilla as tortilla, cheese, tortilla, and then it can have other stuff in it, but that's like the basics, right? Can you make a quesadilla without cheese and still call it a quesadilla? Would it be a wrap at that point, like a cooked? At what point do you reach wrap, flatbread, etc.? We were just discussing grilled cheese versus melts, and I think there is, like, some people were saying like, oh, if you put any meat on a grilled cheese, it's immediately a melt. I think that's insanity. I think it's absolutism. I think it's a quantity barrier, and where everybody's definitions are different. In my opinion, I would say a grilled cheese is if it's like 51% cheese and like the meat is an afterthought. Like a grilled cheese where you put on like 2 slices of bacon, that's a grilled cheese, right? With bacon on it or whatever. I don't think you can, like, if something is overstuffed with meat, then it's a melt. If it's like, you see like a chunk, it's like, you know, a patty melt, a burger, a ground beef chunk, and then cheese on both sides, that's a melt, right? Or a tuna melt, right? It's a big chunk of tuna. But I think if something is 51% cheese, it's more cheese than meat. It's a quantity problem, right? It's a Theseus, what's his name? Whose ship did he destroy? Take apart? I need to see this guy's follow-up. I can tell you the consensus of Mexicans near Mexico City, quesadillas do not need cheese. I mean, I'm not in any position to argue against that. Many people opt out of cheese for avocado as the melting/sticking point. I mean, I just don't think avocado is good. That's the other. I think my most hated like the most hate comments, like visceral comments I got on my shitty food channel, which you're watching right now. Thanks for watching. Was people being like really upset. I called guacamole bland, and like avocado is like, it tastes like bland mush. I'm sorry, and like that's in my opinion. If you like it, more power to you. I think people always call it like the pinnacle of flavor, and I think it's like pretty bland. Why would I ever reach for like guacamole when there's like like salsas, so many amazing variations of salsa, and so many amazing variations of queso, white queso, queso fundido. Like there's so many amazing things there, right? Why would I ever reach for the guac? And I've had people it's always like straw man arguments of, oh, you've never had traditional guac, you never had blah, blah. I've had a million types of guac. I always try it because I like to I like to, you know, try new things. I've been to plenty of amazing restaurants, plenty of shitty Mexican restaurants, plenty of really high quality ones, plenty of like decent ones, plenty of hole in the wall ones. Like I'm in a really lucky place. I'm near like DC, like Northern Virginia, where there's a lot of amazing restaurants of all different varieties. People remember ultra opinionated topic. I understand. I'm not trying to. If someone was like, fuck you, Patrouski, guacamole's amazing, I think that's a based comment. I think that's amazing. There's nothing wrong with that. That's fine. Because all of it's like a hint of humor to it, right? But if someone's like, fuck you, I'm gonna destroy your bloodline, and like, like I got some pretty crazy, you know, which bloodline stuff is kind of funny, but I was a superfood. Yeah, so I wish it was good, man. I agree. Anyways, this was meant to be like a grilled cheese melt discussion / I am surprised to hear that, and I respect. I mean, I'm in no position to argue with people from like southern Mexico. If they're saying quesadillas don't need cheese, I'm in no. That's my reality versus, you know, the horse's mouth, right? Xenos, greetings from Greensboro. Thank you for the sub, man. I really appreciate that. Personally, I disagree with them, but it's based in a cow epidemic, which is limited dairy supply, so people used avocados and they get just kind of stuck. That's an interesting. It's cool to hear how that comes about, you know? That's so interesting. Anyways, back to I'm more interested in the grilled cheese versus. I think how we settled it. Chat was fighting so hard on it, but I think now what happened? Let me bring up the pictures again. And also, I think Google Images, maybe it's my own algorithm twisting my own mind and reaffirming my own beliefs, but I feel like if I Google grilled cheese, I see images of grilled cheese with meat in it. Look at this. This is a grilled cheese, in my opinion. It has pepperoni in it, right? But it's mostly cheese. right? This is a grilled cheese. It's gooping cheese. Me to your mom last night. It's gooping cheese. And it has some bacon in there, but it's a grilled cheese, right? This is toeing the line. This is cabbage grilled cheese. Okay, no one's actually eating that. That's a lie. That's bot propaganda. No one's consuming that as nutrients. This is a grilled cheese. Like, it's got some vegetables. This is like, these are obviously grilled cheeses to me. It's not even close. That one kind of plays a line a little bit, but like, this is a grilled cheese, you know? It depends on the amount of meat and cheese versus, and this is just Google Images. I think Google Images, words are used and definitions are created to help us inform what we think something is, right? We make up words to mean certain things. I think Google Images is a good argument. A little bit of appeal to authority, but like, these are, when I Google the word melt sandwich, these are what come up. This is obviously not a grilled cheese. This is a melt. I agree. I think saying the line is any amount of protein, any amount of anything other than cheese equals not a grilled cheese. I think it's insane. I think it's extremism, bro. I'm gonna be honest. This is like really close. This is arguably a grilled cheese, but it comes up as a melt. This is like obviously a melt in my, you know, I'm getting hungry. Obviously a melt, right? This is close-ish, but like kind of obviously a melt. I would say it's a melt for sure. It's a lot more than just, you know, I think it's quantities. Is the meat a before or afterthought in the thought process, in the creation of the dish is also hyper important. Every food item falls in the category of soup, sandwich, or salad. I think, I always say this, I don't like those arguments are really boring to me. Like, yes, technically they are true. If you want to own, okay, I gotta teach as many people as possible. If you want to own your friends on those debates and make them look stupid, because I actually hate having those discussions. I think they're so meaningless. Those discussions teach really basic word philosophy, which you should learn when you're like 16 years old, 18 years old, sure. But like, holy shit, like, if you're like, I have like an uncle, like he's really sweet and he does it for fun to be fair, but he's like 40 years old, bringing up the like, what's a soup or a salad at family gatherings. I mean, it's kind of cute, more, but like, come on, we can have better discussions. We can do, we're more than this, okay? The ultimate kill shot to those debates is that things can be defined in different ways, and things are defined for our personal usage, right? So the easiest example is a tomato, right? If you asked someone what's a tomato, you're gonna get two answers. You're gonna get vegetable or fruit, right? Now, a tomato is both of these things, but it's both of these things with different objectives set. Whenever we talk about things, we're talking about, we have an object, whenever we're talking about things, whenever we're discussing anything with anyone else in society, there's a background social contract that that you're assuming certain things are the case. If I say, hey, what do you want to get for lunch, right? And you're like, I don't know, something like a salad, right? And then you take me to go eat like a fruit salad or like chicken salad or tuna salad. That's not what I meant and you know that you're just being obtuse, right? The point of language is to get across meanings, right? So tomatoes are like, for my layman understanding, but technically tomatoes are botanically, is it a fruit, right? But tomatoes are botanically a fruit. So if you ask someone in regards to botany, in regards to growing something, you know, what's a tomato? It's a fruit, right? But if you ask someone nutritionally, I believe, it's either that way or the other way, it's a vegetable, right? It just depends on the objective. It depends on how you're defining it and why you're defining it, right? And I feel like sometimes people act like, oh yeah, there's words that have double meanings. It could be defined other way. Yeah, of course, it depends on the objective, right? It just depends. It just, when you're discussing things in a vacuum, yeah, like technically anything could be a soup, salad, or sandwich in like a social word vomit vacuum, but we're defeating the point of words. You don't want to simplify things. Like everything is, people spent decades and centuries before us like making up these categories and defining things so that we could properly convey our meanings. When we ask someone, hey, do you want to go get a salad for lunch? We know what that means, right? We don't need to like go backwards in time. Fruit salad's amazing, but if someone says they want a salad, you know, they don't want that, right? Grilled cheese is just a melted sandwich. You missed all the discussion. No, it's more complicated. It's so complicated. I'm sorry. That sounds like a meme. Just never use the word vegetables and fruits. No, we should. No. We should just use things in the correct social context. Like eating my pizza as a soup. More power to you. Is the ocean a soup? You're cooked. I don't know what you are. Okay, test. 1, 2, 3. Are we saved? Did we save? We saved the YouTube stream. Who gives a shit? The crash, dude. If the YouTube stream is saved, the crash does not matter. We are so back. We are. Yeah, thank you, chat, for saying refresh. If the YouTube stream doesn't crash, it's not. You know, if a tree falls in the woods and a beaver is around to hear it, did the beaver build a dam? Like, if the YouTube, we're fine. You know, if the YouTube stream does not crash, we're totally fine. Does not matter. Not worried about it. It's perfect, man. Okay. It's harder to find 50% or more of meat than it is to find any amount of meat. Not really. It's weird. That's objectively true. It's a little harder, but it still can be done. You know, you can just eyeball it. Things don't have to be perfect. It is objectively harder. That is true. But like, we can go back to Google Images. You know, like when you Google melt, I think it supports my argument. When you Google grilled cheese, it supports the argument. You know. Big vegetables dot to pat. Yo, true. Obviously, you're cooking the internet. No, sir, you want to cook? Yeah, I got fucked on that one. It's pretty complicated. You probably wouldn't get it. Pat when discussing grilled cheese at a party. Kind of true. Everyone's 50% could be different. Well, it could be like slightly different, but you reach a point of, well, someone might just be delusional or like not know how to count or like view visual. Like if the margin is like, okay, if someone was, oh, this is actually, if you weighed it out and we're like, oh, this sandwich was actually 60% meat. I can't believe you thought it was 50-50. Like that's, you know, mistakes. That's fine. It doesn't need to be exact. Words are just used for the social, once again, just used to define things. It's very, which is why like we can change definitions. We can like adjust things based on how we need to use them, you know? Can't use weight in my opinion. That's also true because like, yeah, I don't know. Switzerland can't count as a half of America? I hate that that's right. Fuck you. But yes, Giga chat. I got an update on my chubby sodas chat. Hell yeah. My weight or volume? Oh, I don't. Probably like we're going off of social signs, so volume, right? I know it's funny. Like a lot of this is just intuitive stuff that we don't have to think about, but like, hopefully I'm explaining like we're using a grilled cheese as a surrogate. Is that the correct word there? As a surrogate for like proper social skills, but like this is all very important, like true stuff. Yeah, I think it is like the visual like mass. Yeah. Big grilled cheese got to him. We're good. We're so back. We are so back. Refresh if needed. We're so back. Okay, I need to separate that video over. I need to be chat, remind me, I need to be recording more People Fat food takes. It's so fun. I love talking about food and just recording videos for that channel. I think a good bit for that channel would start naming titles of videos like really pretentious, long-winded, dumb shit. Like this one would be like that's it. This one could be like dissecting the meat. Wait. No, but it has to be like grilled cheese versus melt. We're just gonna call I lied. I'm just gonna call it that. Because the problem is I feel like people will actually think I am not. They won't know I'm being ironic. I'm just gonna call it grilled cheese versus melt. We'll think of cooler titles in the future. We're not cool enough yet. One day. If you guys have ever thought to yourself, wow, I really love this stream, but I hate all the PokeMMO content. I actually only like the food takes. Said no one ever. I do have a side channel called People Fat Food Takes. Let me go link. You know what? I never do this. I link like a few channels or whatever here. I'm gonna link all my channels today. Fuck it. I'm trying to. I went to Patrouski. Okay, whatever. If you here, I'll link a channel per interest. Oh, do you like Magic the Gathering? Here you go. Wow, sellout? It's a Friday stream. Fucking, I'm allowed to sell out a little bit. If you like Magic the Gathering, wow, go subscribe to that channel. If you like my food takes, said no one ever, go subscribe to People Fat Food Takes. Here you go. If you like me playing games that aren't PokeMMO, go subscribe to Retro Pat. Only if you like these things. I'm not saying go sub to them to pity me. That's sad. Just go sub to them if, you know, they could bring you some joy or make your day a little better. There you go. Make you entertained on your second monitor while you're at work for a 12-hour shift, you know? You could be hate watchers for the food channel are welcome. Like, strong just don't attack me too much. You can even attack me a little. Like, I think saying like fuck you, like this is so wrong or some shit is like fine. You just can't be like, you can't like threaten me. That might be the line. Or like genuinely think I'm stupid. You can like be a little ironic or be funny, but you have to insult me with Riz, you know? Where can I watch PokeMMO streams without any food or movie takes? Yeah, fuck, dude, actually, wait. Unironically stream recaps, yes. No, that's really funny. That's actually really funny. Is someone there too? That is true. The food takes, dude. That's fuck. Damn it. You're kind of right. That's kind of real. You guys are adding commands? Aw, that's so sweet. Thanks, Cody. Doing it for anime takes? I can't take that kind of backlash. Like, if people want to argue with me on food, I think that's fine. Anime fans will like dox me and like I will say something like, I wish I liked One Piece, but I kind of find it boring and I don't think the emotional development of the characters is like enough for me to be engaged. And they will like threaten my like they'll like threaten to kill my like great grandmother or something, who's already passed away. Sorry, I never met them, but anyways, I like anime fans are just too, because they're all anime fans on average. I'm an anime fan. I'm 27. Don't get me wrong. But anime fans on average are like 19 to 24. And that's like the most extreme age. Like that's like the age where like everybody goes to like their extreme like political phases or like extreme like crazy. They're they're overconfident. Like I think 19 to 24 is like the craziest. Like it's some of the best ages. Are like you feel pretty good and you feel a little too good, you know, almost, right? I can't do the anime takes. That one's literally too much for me. I feel like I don't mind, you know, backlash. Oh, you done messed up now? Yeah. Other K-pop fans? I can't imagine that. Yeah, I have no idea. They seem pretty, yeah, from what I've seen. Engagement farming for the channel? It's not where I don't care about engagement farming to the point where I'm like getting death threat. Like people always say like, oh, like attention at all costs, or like, oh, it's clicks, you know, no press is bad press. I beg to fucking differ. Like what? Maybe like back in the 1800s when like newspapers were the main way you like found out about, oh, like the local jester is in town for tonight only, make sure to like head over and like if the local jester like sexually assaulted someone back in the 1700s, it's the only guy within like 300 miles that entertains you. You're not gonna be like, oh, let's fucking boycott his show. Like you're probably still gonna go, like if it's the 1700s, you're still gonna go watch. Versus nowadays, like you can be like, oh, you know what, like I have 20 other comedians I enjoy, I can go watch. I'm kind of this is a good take. I'm nailing this, chat. I'm gonna be honest. That was real as shit. I'm gonna be honest. This is an average Friday stream. I'm gonna be honest. Oh, what was this in reference to? What made me talk about that? Oh, I was talking about how engagement farming. Wow. I was talking about how okay, that was a little crazy. I was talking about how like engagement farming is like not worth it, or like rage baiting is like not worth it for like the average person's like an actual like sociopath. I feel like 20 years ago, people would always say like no press is bad press or like stuff like that. I think it's just not true at all anymore, you know? Couldn't have executed him. I mean, if the jester fucked with the king or his family, that's true. If he fucked with like other people, it's probably fine, you know. The crazy delay. It shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully, it should be like maybe the crash made it worse. Sorry about that, Zed. Twitter's always bad. Yeah, that's like I'm trying to. Yeah. No matter how controversial, that's so you're not wrong. Will always be a cult following, but it's not worth the hate. People don't realize that, like, unless you're an actual sociopath, words hurt. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I can pretty confidently say, like, whenever you go shit on someone on the internet, like, it drives them a little closer to, like, something bad. You know, like, you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't shit on people online. Unless you're, like, critique is welcome, but, like, words, yeah, it's fair. There's a reason why, not to like glaze myself, like I can barely do it, but the average person, I think the average person, I don't know, man. It's not worth, yeah, it's nobody. I think the average person, not that I'm famous, I'm like pico micro internet, you know, meme, but like the average person, if the average person became famous overnight, I think they would fucking crash out. And I mean, we see it. There's a reason why celebrities are so crazy. Fame like warps your brain. People with morals only being hated. Yes. If you're like not a sociopath and you gain fame over it doesn't matter if 1 million people love you. If 500,000 people hate you, you might like crash out and like do something insane. To put it lightly, like the human brain cannot take that much. It wasn't meant to take that much. You know. Once again, we grew up like. It's only within the past like 10 years. Where we interact with like thousands or tens of thousands of people a day, you know, versus like 30 to 100 before. Low-key hot take. A lot of YouTubers, I think it's not. I think it's that's true. The only thing they can tell themselves. Yes, No, I actually super agree with this. You have to. I think you have to gaslight yourself into having thick skin. I think that's like the like. If you don't have thick skin, you have to just lie to yourself and be like, yeah, I actually nothing hurts me and I actually have like you have to just cope. Like it's totally cope. The human brain just gets hurt by mean things said to it, right? And certain things hurt more than others. And like if someone tells me like fuck you, I could brush that off like 10,000 times, but maybe the 10,001 time like catches me on a bad day. Maybe me and my wife are like grumpy, we're like, you know, button heads or whatever, and something like that, you know. Eventually it catches you, like, and it really fucking hurts. Make a meme coin steal over millions of people hate you. That might be the only, which is fucked up. I don't even know if, I hope a lot of people who do the crypto rug pulls, like, I hope they regret it, but it makes me a little sad that like that might actually be one of the more like, I don't even want to talk about it to encourage people. It might actually be one of the more like profit bad press things, which is really sad. You can make so much money, people will hate you for like 2 weeks and kind of forget about it because it's the internet. Like that's, yeah, if I ever yeah, no, that's like really sad to me. Get a stress ball. Yo, you should go tell Kanye West to get a stress ball and see. That's a genius. See if that helps him out. Not to say like Kanye's an extreme example of someone whose like brain has been destroyed by fame and like, you know, but get a stress ball is crazy. Oh man, that's kind of based. That's awesome. That's actually really fun. It reminds me of fun. I'm stealing a joke from NL, okay? So I'm totally, you know, I'm telling you guys honestly, but there's this joke about like on Reddit, someone will post something like on like r/trauma. I don't know if it's a real fucking thread. I don't use Reddit. They'll be like, I was just in like a car crash and like my daughter died and like I barely lived and like I don't know how to go on and keep on living. And the top comment will be like, you should play Tetris because because in 1990 there was a study done that actually showed that Tetris engaged the brain enough and helped people resolve trauma. Which which is the most Redditor thing to say in the entire world. Because even if it's technically true, you look like a fucking moron telling someone to play Tetris. It's like so crazy. Better than respected on 4chan? I don't even know if it is. That's what's fucked up. Like, I don't even know, man. I don't know, dude. Tiny's a good example, but like a extreme example. I think 4chan's gone, yeah. I think it's maybe it's I don't know. Who cares? I don't think I have the will to continue living. I did something wrong. Have you tried watching the Minecraft movie? Yeah, that dude. Oh man. It's crazy, man. That's crazy. They recovered? Oh jeez. Anyways, Reddit is amazing for like if you have a niche. It's like I think this is a cold take, but if you have a niche tech issue for like a MMO game from 2006 that has 10 players online, Reddit is amazing. Or like some random fucking what's it called, right? Reddit's amazing. I feel like if you check Reddit every day for like news, I'd be a little concerned. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I would not want to be on Reddit too often. Good recap clip. Yo, Mr. Streamer, how much do you think the ability patch fire would skyrocket if Speed Boost Blaziken was ever released? It's an interesting question because if it did ever release, I genuinely think the fire patch would go up to like 2 mil or like something like it would go crazy. Now, having said that, it's now with meta games and like something like Speed Boost Blaziken, like power creep, things like that. Let's go to Smogan. What tier is Speed Boost Blaziken in right now? In like Gen 9 PvP, right? Which is very much power crept to what's it called? Blaziken Gen 9 set. Smogan? I don't know, whatever. Okay, I found it. Yeah. Let's see what tier it's in nowadays. Then UUBL, so like Bandit of UU, correct? Like in OU, basically OU in Gen 9. That's pretty impressive, honestly. I was expecting it to kind of be like UU or whatever, but it's kind of like I mean, it's on like the line or whatever. The PokeMMO devs seem to be very adamantly against adding Speed Boost Blaziken. It just seems way too strong in PvP and in PVM. I don't know if it'd be as efficient in PvM to be fair, but like in it seems way too strong. It seems way too it's just insane, right? The fact that Blaziken can hit both styles super effectively. But like I don't know. Maybe there's a world where I could see it happening in PokeMMO, but I don't know if we're there yet. Basically, OU despite power creep, I think it's really impressive. I'm pretty sure it was in Uber's tier for a few years, correct? I'm not the good PvP guy to ask about like PvP history. From my understanding, like Speed Boost Blaziken is way too strong to be added to PokeMMO. But that doesn't mean one day it's not possible, is what I would say. Maybe it's possible, but I think we're pretty darn far from that right now. Sticky webs would be a nice thing to have in the game. I would assume that would combat that to some extent, but maybe lead Blaziken doesn't really matter. I don't know. Sticky webs would be a fun thing to play around, but yeah, it's a good question. Like I think Fire Patch would legitimately spike to like 2 mil, similar to grass patches when Contrary Superior was in the game, was added, right? Now they're a lot cheaper, but Contrary Superiors were about 2 mil for a while. Let's go check what a hidden ability Superior is nowadays, right? Nowadays it's like 100. Yeah, they're pretty cheap. They're like pretty reasonable to get into. These were 2 mil for a while. Hidden ability Superior. It was super expensive. No one's here for the PokeMMO talk. We always hear about his bad food takes. Angie, that is true. That's why we watch the live streams. We got to record clips for the stream recap. Gamers. Wobbuffet can arena or shadow tag you and trap you here, Kanelli, which is why you need a ghost type. This is one of the spots that makes Golurk technically the best single encounter lead Pokemon. Very typing. The power mechanics. It's definitely like a case by case basis. I get that. There's a lot of moves. I would love to see like flip turn. I feel like it would be like pretty powerful. Or like, what's the freeze dry? Freeze dry is just a banger move. That's like just a good, like, oh, buff ice types a little bit, like a very niche, like little ice type advantage. Trainer. If I breed a female, if I breed and the female is self-caught and the male is not, will be a marginal trainer? Yes, I believe so. Great question. What's it on a Golurk? A Golurk is a Golurk with no guard, so a hidden ability Golurk is really good for shiny hunting at a spot like Ruined Valley because you get the 10%. It's really niche. This is like niche shiny hunting memes. But you get 10% increased encounters while also having a ghost type to run away from Shadow Tag Wobbuffet. Because like before Golurk just got hidden ability access last event season. Before Golurk had hidden ability access, we would use Raticate here and just run away. You have to use the, so you would lose out on 10% encounters. Yo, thank you, Smokey. It was Uber's Gen 5 through 7. Thank you, Duck, for the recap. Gen 8 to 9 UBL. Let's perspective. Gen 8 added Dragapult. There you go. There you go. We had Alpha Whale already. That's what I'm fucking saying, dude. Give me the biggest whale in the absolute world. It's a great question. A great point, one might say. Thanks for the follow, Com. What's up? Stall for NU. I don't now. Would Wailord be good in NU with the hit ability? Absolutely not, but it would be amazing. You put hit ability on that doesn't have one. Yes, you can. You can use, but it costs money. This is a good quick question. Can you put hit ability on a shiny that doesn't have it when you catch it? Yes, you can, but it costs a fair bit of Pokeyen. You have to use prismatic pearls, and for shinies, you have to use 3 of them. I did this with my ooh, wait, Prism Scale is an interesting. Isn't this a super rare item? Yeah. I was gonna say, isn't this a super rare item? I believe it is. This is the old item. Wasn't this like the old item that was used to evolve Phoebus, but it's not needed anymore? Sorry, that caught me off guard. Anyways, prismatic pearls. So yeah, you have to use 3 of these. What you would do is, let's say I did with my Rapidash, right? I had a shiny Rapidash that didn't have Flame Body, and I wanted Flame Body on it so I could like Flame Body hatch Edge with a shiny, right? You would have to buy 3 of these, so it's like 9, about $1 million Pokeyen, and you'd have to go over to the GTL and also get a Rapidash or a Ponyta with hidden ability access. And then essentially what you do is you suck the hidden ability access off of the Rapidash or off of one of the same species onto your shiny Rapidash, and you transfer it over, and it consumes the prismatic pearls. So you can like transfer hidden ability access on any mon. On most mons, it's only 1 prismatic pearl, but on shinies, it's 3 prismatic pearls. It's a great quick question. I would love to see, yes, Alpha Executor harvest Custap. Suck was insane. You do, man. You fucking suck it, bro. Not afraid. Gotta get hidden ability access somehow, dude. I didn't listen to it yet, Clarko. I'm sorry. I'll be honest. I don't know if I can. Dude, I'm just. Yeah. I'm sorry. Oh, look at Iron Man for stream. Yeah. You get a Nuzlocke to Iron Man mode for Gen 6 first. I don't know. That's like a really good question. I would really like to see an Iron Man or Nuzlocke mode first. I don't know which one. Golett is a great shiny hunt. Good Pokemon items for profit. There's not nearly as many nowadays. Right now, I'd say Dittos, Ninkadas. I think if you're gonna catch Pokemon for profit, I would probably just do like consistent money makers that like base price mons. Legendary birds. I have a few videos on these, PubNub. If you look up where to shiny hunt Zapdos PokeMMO. I'll link you the video. 5 spots to hunt Zapdos, Articuno, etc. The Berry Forest spot is the one that I recommend. That's the spot that I go to a lot. You're bundling up on your account. Well, idealistically, I love the idea of like PokeMMO offering an official Iron Man mode, where like the game physically restricts you out of like those things, so you can prove that you're playing an Iron Man versus like, yeah, that would be really, really cool. Similar to what RuneScape does, right? And you would just like select upon character creation, you would just like check off the Iron Man mode box or whatever. Ooh, any guess on what a complete 2012 or 2013 live depth would be? Dude, I don't even know. That's a, I could guesstimate maybe. Let's say like the average. I don't know. I have to go through and see like how many mons. There's a lot of cheap mons, you know, that are just worth 100 or 200k, but how many mons are there that are worth like the 500ks, the 800ks, the 1 mil, the 5 mils? How do you even find a Charmander? One of the hardest parts of 2012 is finding the not fully evolved memers. Those are really fucking hard. Have an idea? Yeah. Nuzlocke in PokeMMO is tough. Absolutely. It can be done. I'm not a good Nuzlocker, and I Nuzlock the game. Now, I don't know if I've seen someone do a hardcore Nuzlock. I don't know if that's been completed. It might have been, but I haven't seen proof. Once together, yeah. No, I hadn't, Mark. I kind of underrate. Like, I don't think about caring about GTA 6 that much, but I actually watched my wife play GTA 5 for the first time recently. It's really fucking good. Like, I think it's just been out for so long, I forget how good it is and how much it like influenced the. GTA 5 was amazing. And like, I played a little bit of San Andreas. I really did not like GTA 4. I tried to play it. I played GTA 2 on PS1 way back when I was growing up. There was like a button for farting and burping in that game. Absolute gameplay. What's up, Minnie? It's an old game for the time. Okay, don't call GTA 5 an old game. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. We gotta slow down. Wait a minute, Cody. We gotta slow down a little bit. Come on. Used to be good back then. I still feel like games are good. I kind of push back against this all the time. I understand, you know, a lot of gamers right now think that all new games are bad, or have that, I should say, have that opinion. I don't feel that way at all. I think that there's just more games being made. I think more games are being made, and there's more free tools and people making games than ever. I think I would guess that the percentages have stayed the same. I bet that back in the 90s, I bet you that 80% of games were like meh to bad, or like fine to bad, and 20% were like great. And I bet you nowadays the percentages are the same. But I'm guessing, I don't know for sure, so take with a huge result. I have to like go check numbers or whatever, but I'm guessing that nowadays the percentages are the same, but the numbers are higher. So I would guess that in 1990s, maybe like 1,000 games came out a year, probably more than that, but like you know, not that many, right? Like 1992, maybe 1,000 games came out, right? Maybe less. And like 800 of those games were meh to fine, but like 200 were great. Versus nowadays, 10,000 games come out in a year, right? And it's like 2,000 of those games are great, but 8,000 are like fine to bad. So like it looks like more. That's how I feel. That's a prediction, and like it's a totally an opinion. Feel free to disagree. That's just still the run that I use, Minnie. Like that is the updated run for me. There are other runs that other people have, which I recommend check if you want those, but that's still the run that I use personally. It still like works very, very well. I do have it in my, and even though I say that, I have it on my docket to do a new Jimmy run. So you're kind of right. I have a new, because someone, yeah, I'm gonna say too much. But I do have it in my plans to do it. I don't know why I'm actually that mini. No, because I do have it in my docket to do a new Jimmy Run guide. Yo, nice. That's a nice shout out, Usopp. Yeah, I think there's a fair argument for like AAA games are not as good right now. I think we're seeing a decline in a lot of AAA, and I totally agree with that. But I would argue, that's why like maybe it frustrates me, like people just see, the 20th Assassin's Creed comes out, the 19th Call of Duty, and you're like, oh, games are so bad nowadays. I'm over here like, why are you still buying them? You're the problem. What are you doing? You can't be buying Assassin's Creed fucking Pirate Up My Ass Edition and be like, oh, dude, the game's bad. Yeah, of course. They've been milking you for the last 10 years. You haven't caught on yet? What are you doing? If you enjoy them, more power to you. But like, I feel like people, they do it to themselves, you know? Yes, the trend of unfinished games is definitely, there's new positives and negatives that have come into the gaming sphere for sure. But I think gamers are a little overly pessimistic or overly cynical of how the gaming scene is. The gaming scene's amazing. We got Balatro, we got Haste has been amazing. Nubby's Number Factory. I've bought more games this year than in most years. I don't usually buy that many games, but I've loved buying games this year. Better than ever. Yeah, I think that's true. There's been companies, you're totally like EA, Clarko, right? Like Ubisoft, companies that have been around for like 30 years, right? And they like think that players will buy their games no matter what, and that, you know, they're not really caring as much. You good? I had to load there for a sec. Power World was a great game. I fucking loved Power World, dude. Processing, dude, yeah. Yeah, 2025, I really enjoy, like, I don't really buy too many new games, but Power World was a lot of fun. And, like, well balanced. Like, that was the whole, like, the spawn location of Power World was amazing. I talked about that a ton, and, like, the world was amazing. Like, specifically where they located treasures and, like, put things and, like, the balancing, right? The unfinished product thing is crazy. Yeah. The biggest okay, a lot of people critique the $80 game price. The harsh reality is that some games probably should cost $80. The problem is that AAA games just flat line everything to the same price. That's what's cringe, right? Not every AAA game should be $80, right? If you make a good example is like, I think they kind of do this with sales or whatever. A good example is like the Smeagol game, right? And I feel bad because the developers of that game seemed to like they felt really bad. Like the developers of the Smeagol game were like, we are so sorry. We know this game is bad. We just had to meet deadlines and it got fucked up and we're so like that was a really sad one. That was how many years ago was that? I want to play that at some point because it literally was just such a interesting social zeitgeist moment. Zeitgeist, by the way. What year did that release? I remember it so vividly. 2023. 13% of people liked this game on Google reviews. Holy shit. It got a 4 out of 10 on IGN.com. That's basically a -2 with IGN scores. That's crazy. That's brutal. Yes, I think Pal World was worth $60. I agree, but we paid like 25, paid 30 or whatever. You know, I really wish triple like big companies and big games would factor in the quality of their game into their price the same way indie devs do, right? I don't know about the Borderlands games. I like them. I don't necessarily love them, but I like them. I've played through all of Borderlands 1, Borderlands 2, and the pre-sequel. I have not played Borderlands 3. I always wanted to get into late game, like end game Borderlands, like grinding stuff post the storyline, but I've always had a hard time making that jump. Kind of comparable to people with PokeMMO, you know? Borderlands 3 seems really mixed. Some people love it, some people hate it. Yeah, paying $60 for Scarlet and Violet, yeah. Indie games are on the up. Yeah, I think that's, yeah. And we shouldn't be. We have access to Steam. Like we shouldn't be as behind as we are when it comes to like. We aren't forced to buy AAA games like we were like 20 years ago, right? Back in the day, if you wanted to play an indie game back 20 years ago, you had to like find a forum website that was like offering a sketchy download link to try to play it, right? It was like someone just made a game in their basement, right? But nowadays we have like indie remember when the Xbox 360 released the Xbox 360 like indie game arcade? That was a big fucking deal. That was a massive deal for indie games, you know? Diablo 2 expansion box? You were saying? Do you mean I'm sorry, did you mean the I'm sorry. Were you referring to the Diablo 2 battle chest? Is this what you mean? Good gamer follower viewer? Is this what you were referring to? I got this as a birthday present from a friend. Like 2 years ago or so? Have it also? Yeah, it's probably one of the easier, not to like, it's not like a flex. It's probably one of the easier retro things to like retro game things to have or whatever. It's beautiful. I love them. Okay. We love birthdays. It was an amazing birthday present. It's pretty good when like your IRL, like that was like a birthday present like from like an IRL friend. Like that's a fucking amazing, you know. Like most people would give you like a Keurig or something, you know. Keep it in the realm of whatever. Dude, the guilty thing, Pavillon, I haven't played that much Diablo 2. I'm sorry. PokeMMO is very laggy today for me, Tom. I have like you can see like my fights, my battles and stuff, yeah. Section 8. Yo, wait, did you play? I played Section 8 Prejudice. Is that what it's called? Is that what you're talking about? This game was fucking awesome. Look at this game was really, I played the fuck out of this. This game was, come on, hello? God damn it, one sec. Trying to drag the image, it didn't work. No, not the patty. Oh, it's saved as a .iv. Never mind. .avif. Okay, here you go. This game. This is the game I was thinking of. Dude, if you played this game was so good. This game was so unique. You would like to spawn, you would like launch out of like a ship and like dive down at the ground. You could like choose where you land, like how you land, and like it was so fucking cool. This game was really fucking awesome. I think I've heard from some people this game was like kind of, I never played Titanfall, but kind of similar to like Titanfall or like Titanfall before Titanfall. I should see what these developers, it says Timegate. I should go check like what those developers went on to make and see like, because that game was really amazing and like really, really unique. Fighter and Dream Run? Yeah, the lag is really rough today. It does seem like Chad is agreeing that the lag in game is kind of unanimous today. Usually it's like a personal thing or like, you know, client side. Yeah, Tom said he's lagging, Fly Happy, T-Suna, Fuzzy. So there's a weird bit of, I don't know if that implies anything or what's going on, but there is a weird bit of server disruption today on PokeMMO for sure, which is important to call out so people don't feel like they're crazy when they're, you know, lagging a bit. My game's fine. It depends on server and stuff like that for sure, but... Oh, they're adding Kalos. Yeah, they're loading in Kalos, yeah. Word delay too, yeah. Ignore eggs, yeah. Full list of allowed starter hidden abilities in Pokemon. I think it's everything except for Blaziken, right? Is there anything? Cody price check? Wait, actually? Price check. Oh, Danny price check. Is he flexing something? I'm sorry. No, you're perfect. You're perfect. You're perfect. What you got, Danny? It's Danny. What you got for me, Danny? I assume Danny's just flexing because that's a Danny move. No, you're perfect, dude. I got a third yesterday. A third shiny Roserade? Is that the... Dude, the IVs are pretty good. It's not amazing. 31, but that's like 3 stats. 3 stats, 28 plus. Is it single encounter? Level 48, route 230. I don't know where you... What's the hunt there? Congratulations, man. Oh. 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 You got a third shiny... Are you kidding me, Danny? This is continuing the saga. Yesterday, Danny got mentioned in the stream recap because he got 2 shinies in one day. You're telling me you got a third? You got 3 shinies in one day? That's a Patrouski luck moment. That is like really... That's like about the peak, like... Dude, that's insane. That's unbelievable, man. Fucking congrats. The time span is also crazy. One at 3 a.m., one at 2 p.m., and then one at 9 p.m. What were the encounter numbers for the Roselia, if you don't mind? I know the Seadra used to was like 1,100. 2 months, no shinies into 3 in one day. Dude, there you go. That's insane, man. That's insane. I've been dry for 2 months. But look, so was he, man. There, you know, it evens out. Roselia was 4,400. Like, I mean, that's obviously very lucky, but like, it's kind of reasonable. Hope everybody goes that lucky, you know. Do fucking hell yeah. Just appreciate the lucky days when you have them, because unlucky days are gonna happen. Unlucky months and years are gonna come. It's good to hype up and appreciate people doing those lucky times when you can, you know. Yeah, 324 hours is insane. It's crazy, dude. Congratulations, Danny. That's awesome to see, man. It's what you want to see. That's so sick. Someone asked, thank you for the sub to Marcus. I really appreciate that. Any other commander decks other than Lord of Treasure? Yes, I do have Lord of Treasure Horn is like my OG. I actually just recorded like an hour-and-a-half video going through every single card and like fully talking about Lord of Treasure Horn. I'll have a video going up on Patrouski 3 talking about it. Because that is I literally have like 10 years of experience with that deck. I've had forever. So I had a lot to yap about. I built Maelstrom Wanderer within the past like year or two. Because I had a friend growing up that had Maelstrom Wanderer, and I always thought that was such a cool deck, and I finally built it now that I'm older. I really like my 2 main commander decks are probably Lord of Treasure Horn and then Virols. I have Virols. I'm shiny banned for real though, because the mods changed my IGN from Joe Rogan. Change your IGNs will definitely not shiny lock you, but good luck. Are you? Yeah, true. What was your first shiny? Stunfist. Hyping up others is overrated. We should be putting others down. True and real. Average global chatter. True. God damn it. God damn it. I mean, it's written in the rules. I mean, I get it. It's as silly as it sounds, Kraken. I get it. It is written in the rules, but it's not like they were like, hey, here's a permanent ban. They were like, hey, you know, just change your name, you know. Seems pretty reasonable to me. Sort of fine. Good luck to you, man. Good luck to you, Carlo. Like the Buzz is kind of underrated. It's a good one. Would be an issue. I kind of drew, man. There you go. Giga chat. What's up? Yo, what's up, Eunice? Just I'm shunning, man. Just pretty chill, like consistent day. You probably could change your name to Patrouski True and Real. That's probably fine. You probably couldn't change your name to like Patrouski with 2 eyes. That probably would be impersonation. Impersonate? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know it's like kind of a funny rule, but like it, you know, it just makes things cleaner. And it may, what are you gonna? Oh, no impersonation, but for celebrities it's fine, but for certain, like, it becomes like a weird. How do you enforce it properly without just saying no impersonation at all? You know. Chat Trousty, that's funny. How much for a Shroomer's total attack and speed? You can just check it yourself, man. Not to, but I can show you how you would do it, right? It was just a simple reverse price check. You would just search Shroomish. You would go 31 attack and speed, right? Search by lowest price. 26K is really cheap, I will say. That's crazy. Wow. Talk about the market being weird. I can get a lonely 2x31 Shroomish for 27K? That feels insane to me. That's so weird. That's crazy to me. Oh, would you consider Nuzlocke? I would just consider them Nuzlocks, but if someone, I wouldn't. I don't know. I probably yes definitionally, but that's so insanely cheap. They're dirty cheap. I'm a little, yeah, like, to be fair, that's the positive, Usopp. Like, for the new players coming in, it's good and bad. It's good because your mons are cheaper, but it's also harder for you to make Pokeyen, you know? Reverse price check. Here, I'll link you a price checking guide I see. Here you go, man. Is too good? I don't know. The problem is Breloom takes 1.6 million XP to get to level 100. He's one of the slowest mons in the game to level. Only is the best. Any plus attack nature is good. Except for Brave. It's a custom string, DeMarcus. Yes, sorry for the late response. What's a Nuzlocke? A Nuzlocke in Pokemon is typically, it's a Pokemon thing, not a PokeMMO thing. A Nuzlocke is typically, you can only catch one Pokemon per route, and then whenever one of your Pokemon, it's the first one you encounter. It's a more difficult, it's self-imposed rules for a more difficult storyline run. So you can only catch the first Pokemon you encounter per route, and then whenever a Pokemon that you own dies, you have to release it, right? I have a PokeMMO Nuzlocke on my channel. Here you go. It's basically a way to increase the difficulty for the storylines to make them more enjoyable for some people, or make a challenge. Yeah, Dittos are, it's crazy, man. Dittos are so cheap, yeah. It's weird, man. That is kind of true, Kraken. The item usage thing would change the, I don't really like Nuzlocks that much. I respect them, they're just not my favorite thing in the world, you know? And a lot of the PokeMMO Nuzlocke ends up being XP grinding for sure. Could be safe. Yeah, it's kind of like Iron Man, yeah. Iron Man-ish. Kind of like hardcore Iron Man, yeah. Yeah, there's plenty of custom strings that are still worth it. Yeah, that's an awkward time to get into. I have a video coming out, I think, on the 4th, so in 2 days. What's up? Covering new custom strings. Yeah, it's tough, Lotus. Yeah, no, custom strings, it's harder than ever to try to explain custom strings to a newer player or any player because they have so much history now. Like 4 years ago, it wasn't that big. Like no, it was already kind of weird to explain custom strings 4 years ago. Like, oh yeah, it's this weird third-party thing that you download to make your game faster. Oh, you mean a hack? That sounds like that sounds not allowed. Oh no, it is allowed, but it's because people were actually switching their language to Mandarin in game to play efficiently and play at a faster pace because the language has less characters. Oh, okay. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Oh, but also custom strings now actually operate faster than that Mandarin language, so they've kind of transcended their initial use. So now they're actually like just make the game way faster. Like, oh, that sounds really weird. Oh yeah. Also, the devs like kind of don't want custom strings to really exist. It seems we aren't 100% sure. They haven't really taken a firm stance on it. They changed the way that custom strings are installed. The way that, like it's so much. It's fucking insane. They nerfed like it's so custom strings. There's so much lore now. It's so hard to explain all of it. I don't know if I have a single video explaining like the whole. I'm not sure. I don't know, honestly. What's that Psyduck? I play with a RTX on. It's a great question. Intimidate can with lures. I don't think you can't. Well, you know that you can't intimidate. You can't repel trick for legendaries, and I would assume it'd be the same for the video. Okay, there we go. Thank you. I forget what videos I've even made at that point. Calling it RTX. It's such a dumb joke. I love I'm so sorry. Hopefully it comes off as I'm obviously doing it for a joke, but I love lying to new players for an obvious. Now, if I like lied to a new player and they were like, oh really? Holy shit. I'd be like, well, wait a minute. No, I'm just memeing, like, you know. But it's kind of funny to be like, yeah, like it's RTX. It's just a dumb mod that I have installed called Wide Duck Ass. That's based off of a Twitch emote. That's what it is. Okay. I know you guys might hate me. Just a hyper short stream today. A little 2-hour, 15-minute Friday stream. I hope you guys had fun. I'm going to go ahead and call it. I had a lot of fun. Just getting some shiny again, some encounters, some breeds for profit, and just getting a few. This is an underworking day. You know, call it emoji. I'll be honest. Like the video if you guys enjoyed it. Dislike if not. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see videos like this every single day. Pokemon videos. I have some cool videos coming up over this weekend if you want to see those. Follow me on Twitch for streams Monday through Thursday, usually at 12 p.m. ET. Discord's down below. And if you want to go above and beyond and support the content, the best way to do so by far this month is HelloFresh. Link is first thing in the description. You get yourself some awesome food, get some of your grocery shopping done out of the way, as well as it's the best way to support the stream, as well as we have something called HelloFresh incentives, where for every single HelloFresh sub, it adds to the streamathon at the end of May. We're just going to add an hour to the streamathon. Each HelloFresh sub adds 1 hour, 10 mysterious Pokeballs that I will open, and a prize box Pokemon to be given away. And there's also more things on top of that. So, HelloFresh sub, best way to support the stream, and you get yourself something in return, which is awesome, right? So, I will see you guys later. Have a good one. See you Monday. Peace, Reno. Give me that Gamba money. Yeah, apologies. The doubters do get the win. I'm sorry to the believers. One of these days we'll get there. I'm trying to fight for you guys. Money now. Money, money, money. Gamba. I know. There you go. I'll pay it out now. We're going to go raid someone on Twitch. If you want to go spam smiley faces, spam good lucks on, you know, whatever they're doing. Let's see who's live. You know, straight energy. Energy is a really okay. Energy is way too chill. Energy was like, yeah, I'm a League of Legends player. I'm like, you know, you'd be so proud of Patrouski. I'm like 2.5 months sober League of Legends or whatever. 6 months sober off. I'm like, you know, hell yeah, that's awesome, dude. He wasn't just a League of Legends player. Bro was like one of the best Thresh in the world and has like YouTube montages of him hooking Tyler 1 and Tyler 1 being like, I guess he's fucking just a god. Like, it's actually, he's really fucking talented. Go check him out. He's fucking awesome, bro. Go check out Energy. I will see you guys Monday. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. Hell fucking yeah, dude. Peace, Reno, fellas.